y'all. I got a sleeping baby. So we got to talk. I'm going to start this time together with a big breath in. And I'm going to let it go. I hope you are well. I hope you are hydrated. I hope you are loving yourself on this day. I'm excited to sit with you for a second because I can feel that where things are going from here and the way in which I'm going to be talking and sharing and what I'm going to speak to is shit that could get me in some trouble if certain people were listening, or the system, the hungry darkness control matrix has a way of hearing everything that goes on. And I am so unafraid at this point. When I first started about 11 years ago, I was afraid. I was afraid to speak to what I was learning about the corruption in the food industry. I was afraid to speak up to people around me. I was afraid to post certain things on social media. I was afraid to let go of some of the patterns that were keeping me stuck. I was afraid to change my habits, certain habits I had around eating and drinking and being in relationship with people. Every step of my journey, the past 11 years, there has been some fear riding right alongside with me. And I think it's just such a huge thing to speak to right off the jump. I'm only 2 minutes in and we got to just speak to it. And it's that, this journey of opening our minds and deepening our breath so that we can develop a very empowering relationship with our body. A lot of times we got to do it with fear being present. It really becomes what voice are we letting be the loudest? And time again, especially when I started, I just let the voice of the light, the voice of the empowerment, the voice of cracking the codes and just finding so much beauty from being here, I let that voice be louder. It wasn't until the last year, after dealing with the loss of my little sister, my stepsister, my dog, my cat, the loss of all of my money, that fear came in loud. So loud. It has been deafening, actually, the past year. And I still carried on. I still, did the retreats. I quietly laid to rest my yoga studio in my hometown. And I've just kind of been sliding along, not fully confident yet in where I'm going and what I'm doing, but still willing to sit down and listen. And really, that's all it takes for us to get started. That's all it takes for us to step into the next level of where we're going. I can feel myself going there more now. I can feel myself less afraid to say certain things. And I want you to know that anything I say may not be for you. I never want you to come to this place, come to sit with me and feel like everything I'm saying is absolute and must be your truth. My job is to just share my truth, is to share what I'm uncovering and discovering and learning and opening myself up to, knowing that it's never absolute and knowing that it will change. And that is the beauty that a spiritual journey will give you. Religion wants to give you absolutes. It is this way and that's the only way it is. And you must believe this. And if you question it, you are fucked and you're going to hell. If you question it, if you start to wonder why things are the way they are on this planet, And that's really where it started with me. I'm like, why is there so much disease? Why are there so many unhappy people doing so many terrible things to each other? And is what I'm being told actually true? And I just started to learn no. And I also started to learn that there were a lot of really good intentioned people out there. So I'm like, if the people around me are mostly good, are we all being tricked? Are we all on this like massive game of punked? And, you know, the answer over the years has been yes. Yeah, there is a huge amount of just trickery being played out onto humanity. And you'll know if somebody's caught up in it based on the quality of their relationships, the quality of their relationship with themselves, the people closest to them, their health, their well-being, their mind, their heart. The system wants everybody not worrying about any of that and just masking it with a surgery or a pill or a little sugary treat or some drama to get your dopamine up and staying hooked on that. So today, while I'm recording this, it's the 4th of July. And I just really was thinking about the word freedom and how this specific time on our planet, with the emergence of technology that will change the world, that we have an opportunity to get very clear on what freedom means to us. And so I want to ask you that today. What does freedom mean to you? What do you value when it comes to freedom? For me, why I keep going, why I'm leaning in the most uncomfortable season of my life, is because I am unwilling to settle for a life that is just held inside this hamster wheel of shoulds. You should be doing this by now. You should do this. You should get these shots. You should put your child into this school curriculum. You should have, your career set up like this. That has never really resonated with me. And I got a lot of shit from it all throughout my 20s. And even now, people who have not always understood me and didn't want to, didn't even give me a chance. Oh, I dealt with that hugely back in my hometown when I was opening the yoga studio. Just some serious judgment, haters, all of that. And, it really does come with it. It comes with it because when you see someone that is living life in a way that is different than what you are being shown, it can trigger you. So I've had to get comfortable with being triggering to some people. And I've had to get comfortable with continuing to say yes, even when I'm afraid. But this next chapter for me is about cultivating freedom from fear. The fear may ride along in some way, but at this point, with my family, with where I can feel my career going, I really feel like I have nothing to lose. I have walked through the shadowy depths of losing someone that's closest to you when it's not their time. My sister was 30 years old. I was supposed to have way more time with her, and I didn't get it. So now that I have gotten to know grief at the level I've gotten to know, it feels like there's a lot less room for me to be afraid of if I'm going to fail or if it's going to mess up or what people are going to think of me. And through that, a whole lot of liberation is being born, a whole lot of willingness to not settle and not fall into patterns and not get sucked into the dramatic, chaotic matrix that wants to keep humanity playing very small. I started watching Owning Manhattan on Netflix. You know, your girl don't mind a little show here and there. And, you know, inside of that show, while it is so inspiring, and I love real estate, and I'm very excited for my real estate journey to continue to expand, you just see in so many of these shows and so much of what you are being shown that they want to normalize drama and chaos and mental instability when it does not have to be that way. We do not have to have chaos and disharmony at the core of our most important relationships. And the system wants everybody to just pretend like the deepest, darkest skeletons and secrets aren't there. But that's not how we play the game to win. And that's not how we play the long game to be here and experience the way it could be designed to be, which is wildly beautiful while we're here. And so today, my invitation for all of us is to just feel into, what are we ready to experience freedom from? Freedom from anger, freedom from sadness, whatever it is. You call the shots, my friend. And you're doing it alongside Source, the universe, God. You're doing it alongside a whole army of non-physical, benevolent beings that have your back. There's also armies of malevolent beings that need our fear and our chaos and our grief to survive. But we don't have to feed those monsters. And we really flip it to the man when we let our lives and our inner world be a reflection of what's possible while we're here. And that's where I can keep choosing to stand. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. And I'm not saying I got it all figured out. But I am saying I'm willing to walk with you, with anybody, you know, that aligns with what I'm sitting here saying. This platform provides an important form of release for me. And so I thank you for being here with me. I thank you for taking the time to listen, for sharing the episodes that resonate. We just beginning. And it's going to be a beautiful ride. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to keep it rolling while I got some free time from this baby. Let's take a big breath in. And let's let it go. Love y'all so much. My friends, we interrupt your listening time just to let you know that we have some spots. Only a couple, but we got some spots left for ladies, if that's you, to join us for Camp Connected 2024. The theme is Sacred Silence, and it is being held in Moab, Utah on this beautiful private, over 100-acre ranch. Just beautiful, beautiful land. We've got a jam-packed lineup of facilitators who are just ready to hold space for you, and not to mention give all of us the space and the opening just to play and to enjoy ourselves. So September 12th through 15th, if you are available and you are craving some adventure, please consider coming with us to Camp Connected 2024. Website is illuminationwellness.co to learn more and secure your spot.